So as you know, I've recently moved to Cape Town into my new house. It is a beautiful place, lovely views and the rest, but there is a piece of land at the back of the property that's not too effectively used. So that's why I'm here to meet with Pat Featherstone from Soil for Life, who's going to be teaching me all about food gardening so I can grow my own vegetables and the like, you know? So let's first get some green feed. Yeah.
Well, Cat boot up a little more about Pat.
Pat! Pat! Pat!
She's also an author and runs Soil for Life, an NGO based in Constantia. Pat shows consumers how to grow healthy gardens.
So Pat, I have this piece of land at the back of my property that is unused. What can I do with it?
Grow food.
All right.
That's the single most important thing you can do with it.
So where do I start?
You need at least 6 hours morning sun. So full sun is what you're aiming for, but at least 6 hours in the morning.
Shall we get our hands dirty?
Definitely.
All right, so over here, explain to me what's going on here.
Well, we've chosen the site for your garden. We're now going to lay out the beds. And this is just demonstrating a small door-sized bed. We've marked it out with spades. And the spades actually give you a kind of a measurement as well. 2 spades, 2 meters. 1 spade, 1 meter. So it's a 2 meter by 1 meter bed. We call it a door-sized bed.
And why is it that you can't make it as wide as you like?
The reason for that, if you stand there and I stand here, a lot of work is going to go into preparing this bed, a huge amount. And if you then go and stand on your work, you compact the soil. You push out the air, you make it difficult for your plants. So you never stand on a bed once you have prepared it. So if you just bend down, can you reach the middle quite easily?
Yes. There we go.
Without stepping on it. That's why.
Pat also suggests you pick a spot close to water and near the kitchen, so you could keep a close eye on it. Earlier, she prepared a knee-deep bed measuring the depth with the head of a spade, one for the topsoil and another for the subsoil. And remember, don't mix the 2 soils.
All right. Okay, so now that we have our bed, what's the next step?
Okay, the next step is to take measures to protect or to conserve water. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover the bottom of the bed with newspaper. You can use cardboard as well, but I've got plenty of newspaper there. We can also cover up the sides, but we don't want to lose too much water by draining away. Right, now you see all this stuff here.
Lots of stuff here.
A lot of stuff. This hole will take about 16 black bags of rubbish to fill it. At the bottom of the hole, we put a kind of a mattress, if you like, of coarse material. So you see those twigs and things over there?
Yes.
That sort of stuff goes at the bottom. It takes much longer to rot down, and it also helps to trap air at the bottom, because plant roots are just like us, they need air.
Using brown dry leaves, green wet compost material and organic waste, they make a sandwich consisting of layers that's 4 fingers deep each, adding a little lime or wood ash and manure in between. This creates porous soil with many benefits.
But one of the big advantages is that by digging all the soil out and throwing it out, you're aerating it, rather like sifting flour.
Oh, yes.
And aeration is very important in the soil, not because the roots need air, but because aerated soil or loose soil holds more water. South Africa is a very dry country.
Yeah.
We've got to think water. So aerating the soil immediately, you've got a big benefit there.
Okay.
When you fill the hole to the top with layers of dry and wet organic material, stomp it in a bit. Pat says about 50% of what we throw away is actually soil food you can use in your garden. Add a last bit of lime, watering as you go along, and finally cover it with some of the subsoil and soil you collected while digging the bed.
Pat, when you said that you already had a bed prepared for me, you didn't say we had to do all of this.
No, but that's the fun part.
I had a lot of fun. I must say, honestly, I did.
Good.
So what's the next step after this?
Right, well, the next step, we just got to get the bed level, and then we put a blanket on the bed. And then you get all sorts of little creatures that come and eat. So they turn all this material into nutrients for plants.
10 lucky viewers stand the chance of winning a copy of Pat's book, Grow to Live. SMS the letters PnP, your name, and the name of the author to 33728.
It really, it smells of nature and all that is natural. Wow.
Often in dry grass, you'll see there's sort of white strands, and those are little fungi which start decomposing the grass, turning it into nutrients for plants.
Wonderful.
Okay?
Nature taking its course then.
Nature taking its course, if we let it.
Next Monday, we pick seedlings with Pat Featherstone. Answer the easy question on screen and you might be the winner of a copy of her book.